in the place for the second hour, swinging in the trees right now. He's just joining us, and we're just coming back. And I know we had about 2,000 people on the last one. I'm not sure if everybody's going to come back for the second round because it's kind of uncomfortable. It gets kind of tight in here when we do these things. I bid you shalom. I bid you a good evening. Welcome back. I'm glad that you did not think it was robbery just to hang out with me just for a little bit while I just unpack a few things. I'm not going to be here that long. I'm not going to be before you that long. But I just always want to come before you with a few things on your mind. When we left in the end of the last hour, I was giving you some details on the formation that will be occurring in two cities simultaneously in the United States. This is history. This has never been done. The last time they had a militia like this that assimilated completely of black folks was in 1906. You see, a lot of these guys get on here and they just want to talk to you. They just want you to think that they know what they're talking about, but they never do anything. I am an action individual. I don't believe that we should just keep on talking. I'm not built like that. If I have a disagreement with you, you should pay close attention to not what I'm saying, but when I stop talking, because that means enough talk. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of why we're here. And if you keep talking and I'm no longer talking, I'm just going to haul off and hit your ass straight up because I'm tired of talking. I'm waiting for you to play catch up. I try to be nice about it, but what's all this extra talk about? Y'all understand what I'm saying? So that's where that's where we are in history right now. As a collective race, we should be enough of this talking. We ain't talking no more. That talk, we ain't doing that. No, we don't want to sit down in no more round tables. We don't want to do none of that. We good. We got this. Okay. Where the action at? So I'm an action individual, but we have to execute intelligently. Until we make our own laws, we have to operate within that construct to a certain degree. You see, I believe, and I think a lot of y'all would agree with me, that when you start to disobey the law, don't point the finger at me about me breaking the law. Y'all don't even understand the reverse psychology of what they do to you. They will come out and they'll do something fucked up. And then because you don't like what they did, they'll accuse you of a crime for acting out when they fucked up. Okay? They take the attention off of what they did quick. And then all of a sudden, y'all up there trying to talk your own people, out of being upset about some shit that they did. Well, that's why we don't play that. We don't have that. We don't tolerate. We don't fuck around with that. So now that I've got that off my chest, y'all understand that if you participate, you are participating in something historical. And yes, I do know that the established Boule Negroes, all you bourgeois, wannabe white black folks out there will tell us, I don't see a purpose in all of this. Why would you do this? Did you say the same thing when 100,000 Ku Klux Klansmen marched down Pennsylvania Avenue back in the 60s? Did you say that when they were having all of these protests and marches against us integrating to start with, where they had to escort a little girl to school? Did you feel that way when you go back and you look at all the postcard pictures of black people hanging from trees or being burned alive and people sitting around taking pictures and selling it? Did you say that then? No, because didn't no white person come forward and tell white people, I think you're being just a little too hard. You don't have to listen. There shouldn't be. I don't know why but y'all sit here doing that dumb shit. So, because I know y'all do that, like I say, me and mine, we going that way. You can either go with us or you don't have to go, but we're going either way. You can't talk us down. You can't reason right now. See, we're beyond all of that. And that's what I don't understand about you passive ass. You sicken me. And I'm speaking for all my ancestors. You sicken us. People didn't sacrifice and go through all this shit for this. There's people laying in a grave who don't even have a marked grave. They died for nothing. You know, so many people are quick to assume that And y'all quick to give credit to people who claim they died for you when they didn't do a damn thing for you. But they're benefiting off of the spoils of what came out of your people's sacrifice. They sitting here telling you that they don't want y'all on welfare. They don't want y'all on public assistance. They don't want y'all. Black folks should be in a special category where they get all that shit anyway. But as I exposed in my last hour, there are still a bunch of white folks who feel that we're too free and that we should be controlled. They think that you're too free, that there should be degrees to your freedom, but they can go anywhere into anyone's country and just totally disobey all their rules, disobey all their laws, disobey all their tribal boundaries. They can just go and say, your shit ain't right. It should be this way. But can't nobody tell you when you fucked up. Can't nobody tell you when we don't want to play your game no more. Can't nobody tell you. You can't come and draw a boundary between a group of people that have been enemies since the creation of time, but you will draw a boundary this way and create instant conflict. You can't do that. I'm throwing a flag on that play. Once again, 444 just cruised through here again. What is it with the 444 tonight? The Kodesh is with me. Tell him, Jay. Somebody say, talk, black man. Now, somewhere around chapter 99, verse 1 in the first book of Hanok, which is Hebrew for Enoch, it says, woe unto you who cause wickedness, who boast and honor false words. You are lost and you have no life of good things. It then goes on to say, woe unto you who alter the words of truth and pervert the eternal law. So all y'all out here with these false teachings, all y'all out here trying to get somebody to cash app you and eat off of this, everybody out here that know these people are hungering for the truth, and you throwing them this artificial, you got a GMO theology. That's what you got. You got a GMO theology. Matter of fact, you have a seedless theology. It grows nothing, but it keeps people eating it, but nothing ever comes out of it. I am not sent here for that. I am sent here to stimulate you, motivate you, elevate you, so that you can move out of the situation that you're in as a people. That is the crux of our problem. Now, I know this is hard for some people to hear, because you look at yourself as, well, I got my shit together. They got to get their shit together. See, that's not collective group thinking, okay? They didn't come down to the plantation and say, okay, we're going to let a few of y'all go today. Okay, y'all stay. No, they came down there and said, look, y'all free. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't divide us, but yet you will. They didn't say only the dark-skinned people got to stay and the light-skinned people can go. They didn't say that either. As a matter of fact, the topic of tonight that we was talking about was the lynchings that's going on so-called across America. Most of y'all don't know that the reason your family lives in the North, the reason your family left South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, all that shit was because of the lynchings that were going on. I was down in Gainesville, Florida. And matter of fact, I was at the university down there. And it was interesting because I noticed that when I was at the university, I saw all of these different demographics. So the school was diversified. But the moment I went into the town, I didn't see no whole lot of brothers. I saw some sisters, but I didn't see no whole lot of brothers. And so I asked the sister, where the brothers at? And she looked at me and she laughed. She said, I'm surprised to see you. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She said, brothers don't be around here. A lot of brothers moved away from here. I'm like, why? She said, you don't know? It didn't take me long to figure out what happened. I was in Indianapolis back in the mid-'90s. And brothers, let's be honest, if you grew up in the mid-'90s, see, they don't do this no more because y'all are just doing your own thing. It's crazy. But back in Atlanta was one city, and Indianapolis was another city where it was a known fact that the ratio of women to men was lopsided as hell. It was 12 to 1. If you was going to Indianapolis, if you was going to Atlanta, they used to shake your hand like, you're going down, bruh. As soon as you pull up, you see all of these beautiful sisters making it, got they own this, they own that, everybody doing well, but no brothers nowhere in sight. And we couldn't figure out why. It's because of what happened 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago when they tried to kill all of us. And a lot of us got smart and moved away. That's why you find people all the way up in Michigan, all up in Chicago that's from South Click. Why would you leave a warm environment and move to some place where it's so goddamn cold that you cuss every day because it was better than what was going on down in the south? So y'all need to understand that if you're one of those folks out here preaching a false doctrine to these people that need hope, to these people that need help, to these people that need something, listen, the slave master still has you sitting around saying, I look into the hills from which is my help come. Well, how about who's on the hill? Because I've been looking for the help to come for a minute, and ain't nobody came down the damn hill. But then when I study the scriptures, it says, for I have equipped you to do these things yourself. So I got your back, but you're going to have to do the heavy lifting yourself. I already told you to take vengeance on those who oppressed you. What have you done? You out here singing and dancing with them. They at the gun range. Y'all break dancing. They over here buying guns. Y'all buying sneakers. They over here plotting on driving by and doing drive-bys in your neighborhood. You sitting over here trying to figure out, look, man, I just want to get my stimulus check. And then you wonder why they come through the way they do. Now, I'm not encouraging violence of any type. That's far from me to do something of that nature. I'm not encouraging you to go out and do the same thing to them that they did to you. That's not why I'm here. But just like these men on my shirt that came before me, I'm saying the same thing to Israel, old Israel. You need to study and show yourself approved because you were given the green light years ago. That when such a time would arise, you would know what to do. You're supposed to be the spear. You're supposed to be the tip and the sword of Yahuwah. You're supposed to be. Then be. Oh, I'm seeing how the news is downplaying all of the stories. They're not telling y'all about the cops that's getting fucked up. I got to be honest on my broadcast. There's a lot of cops getting fucked up right now, and they just keeping that shit on the low. They rather highlight this fake narrative about white people are on the loose because they're trying to scare you. I've got some mothers in my DM right now. Please, I'm scared. Listen, we got to lose this spirit of fear. I grew up when, pardon my language, I grew up when black folks was crazy. Yeah, I was afraid that they might tear some shit up, but I wasn't afraid of nothing. My neighborhood wasn't afraid of nothing. We used to laugh at these hollow-ass threats these people was making. You couldn't scare me with a news story. You couldn't scare me with a rumor. You couldn't. I have to say this to you, though. What is scary is what we're capable of. What's scary to me is that once the bear does get poked, and I'm talking to all y'all who don't think this is possible. You see, when you draw the line between what they call the blue line, which is police officers, and the civilian line, that's one line. But if it devolves into race, then you will find out that there are some people sitting in some pretty influential positions that you might think are dedicated to you, have already indicated that the moment shit hits the fan, you got people on active duty. You got people in the police force. You got people sitting in the government. They probably had enough of y'all shit. They don't like where they at, but they have no other alternative. But the way that this shit is going right here, the alternative is going to present itself. And when it does, then you're going to see what it feels like when people you thought had your back stab you or shoot you in your own back. Because when y'all start in, and I'm talking to all of the white folks out there who've been saying all this sideways shit. When you think that you're going to indiscriminately start going out killing black folks, just remember, don't sell yourself on that bullshit they sold you that we're all shiftless, listless. No, your people couldn't even invade the motherland for centuries because of our shiftless, useless ass. You couldn't beat us then. You have family too. You have children too. You see, normally it's not our nature to go after people that have never done anything to us. That's not our nature. If black folks go after somebody, it's because they did something. They had that shit coming. I don't want to hear the story. I don't need y'all showing me what happened in the end. Tell me what happened in the beginning. Don't show me, oh, it's a shame. Show me what happened in the beginning because I understand my people. The same way I understand white folks. It's in your DNA to go the fuck off and just kill a bunch of people. No. If a brother or sister kill a bunch of people, oh, there's a story behind that we need to know. Oh, yeah, we need to know what happened. But don't think that if you indiscriminately think that you are in a position, I don't care how many guns you bought, you ain't the only one with guns. Just because you bought your gun in a gun store, I guess you forget about gun shows and personal sales. While y'all busy smuggling dope, some people been smuggling guns. While y'all been out trying to, trying to tell us to turn in our guns, there's a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that's been getting guns. You really want to find out? Y'all ain't got to speak to them. Let me speak for you. Y'all ain't got to put yourselves on the firing line. Let me speak for you. I'll speak for my people.
What?
I don't smell no pussy at all.
I got high.
So you bring that on there. If that is the thing you want to do. You have the opportunity to just fix everything. And all you white folks sitting here say, I can't believe I'm hearing this. We can't believe we hearing this shit. You can't believe you're seeing this coming from a black man.
Hydrocodone on there. I got some pads on there, and we'll wrap it up.
If you want me to think we're racist ain't that bad, it's easy for you to say that because you're not a victim. See, I can't be racist. I've never had power over your prison. And all y'all people sitting around talking about, you know what, we came from here and they came from over there. I agree with both of y'all. Yeah, we came from here and we came from over there. So we have a common problem. We have a common enemy. You see, it wasn't black folks that was already here that carved up Africa. It was the motherfuckers in Europe. It wasn't the people in Africa that came over here and stole the land and committed genocide. It was the white folks in Europe. Same group of motherfuckers people. So don't sit here and play that against each other. Y'all stop that. You're embarrassing us. And last but not least, and then I'm going to bid you all a good night. You don't have to listen to me or anybody else. All you have to do is pick up your weapon and stand the post with us if you believe what we say. Put your mouth on the front line. Put your weapon on the front line legally. And I'm drawing the line in the sand. I'm telling you, it's a different type of energy. You proud of your people? You proud of this race? You really want to show the young people what we're capable of? You got to take a risk. I'm not saying that anything gonna happen. It'll probably be a beautiful day in Vegas and in Atlanta. And to everyone who won't be able to make it, they just go dress up and put their shit on and be out in the front yard like you damn right. We need to have a damn right moment. All the hell we catching right now as people, we need a damn right. I don't need Dave Chappelle to make another video. Dave, we know we got this. I find it interesting that I haven't heard from any of these celebrities. I haven't been contacted by any of these gangster rappers. I haven't had anyone reach out to say, hey, y'all about to make history. Can I be a part of it? Oh, no, they punk ass gonna stay home for this one. These the people. This, you say you got the streets? This the streets. Don't talk about you got the streets and you can't bring the streets out like this. Because the streets is sick of this shit. Because the streets is tired of people getting hung. Because the streets is tired of the cops shooting motherfuckers. Because the streets is tired of us being treated less than a human being. The streets is tired. You got the streets, then join us in the fucking streets. Stop talking to me like you're an authority about something that you up in your comfortable mansion, sitting around looking at shit on TV, and the most you can do is write a letter or a tweet. Bring your ass out. You claim you got them things, bring them out. I brings them out. And we're going to bring them out again on July 4th. That's all I got to say. July 4th, formation, black boots, black pants, black shirt, black mask, semi-automatic, rifle, shotgun. You got a pistol, make sure you got a license that they observe. You ain't got a weapon, bring your ass out there and help out. It's a whole lot of shit that's going to be needed to be done. We in formation. We move as a unit. We are on one accord. Can you get on code? Do you know how to shut up and listen? I've been in several wars. I ain't never seen us win a war that didn't have some type of organization to it. But you got to demonstrate you can do this first. That's all I got to say tonight. And you know it's all because I love you. I'm just on you like because I love you. I'm like the father you never had. I'm trying to let you know that I'm only in your ass because I want you to stand up, be proud of the people. I want people to respect us. I want people to have to think twice before they open their mouth to us. I want them to understand that there's debts to be paid and that dues will be paid if you do something against them. That's the goal here. We need to let them know. The black folks, we're not fucking around with y'all no more. And y'all need to get the message. Get your people under control before they get all of y'all fucked up. You see, the most dangerous person in the world is a person who feel like they have nothing else left to lose. And y'all are putting us in a position where we starting to think, you know what? Maybe we ain't got nothing to lose. Let's not go there. Y'all understand? Once again, if you don't know the location or the time, it's because nobody does. That won't be released until some other time in the future. Right now, you just need to make plans to either be in Las Vegas or in Atlanta, one or the other. If you can't get into the website, it's because it's locked right now. If you try to go to blacknfac.com, you will see that it is locked, that no one can get in or out right now because we know who's who. But don't worry, we'll open it up shortly. Don't let nobody lie to you and say they selling a uniform. Don't let nobody come to you and tell you they selling shirts. We're not doing that. We don't specialize in advertising. We black from head to toe. Okay? And if you don't know what a formation is, study one. My ex-military folks will be out there to assist. And then we're going to do what we came to do. Oh, don't worry, we do have some activities planned. Black people, I hate to say it, I know some folks going to get upset. When they have the women's march, that's for the women. I saw that. When they have the pride parade, that's for the pride folks. When we have this for black folks. Don't come out there and get your feelings hurt. Don't make us embarrass you out there. And I'm going to say this publicly. Don't get shot. Don't fuck around and get shot. And I mean that. And that's some cold shit for y'all to hear, but it's the truth. We're going to do this regardless. I don't give a fuck what happened in those cities. It ain't got nothing to do with us. We're showing you that we're not playing the victim anymore. This is what we do. So I hope y'all have a good night. I hope that I talk to y'all real soon. Once again, to all the good folks at Instagram who continuously are blocking us. I don't know if you can get an alert, but it's okay. As I told y'all before, my days here are numbered. Please don't let me take off and leave you behind. If you haven't dropped your email in my DM, you need to do that. To those of you all who still have the logo, hold on to it. You're going to need it real soon. There's a black day coming up that's going to be blacker than Juneteenth. There's a black day coming up that's going to be bigger than the blackout. There's a black day coming. Y'all about to get some tea. You understand? Y'all have a good night. I bid you peace. I bid you shalom. And I want you to remember one last thing. Remember what they said. Those who forget their past are doomed to repeat it. But some of us, we need a refresher course because if we don't, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. We're going to find ourselves in a place where y'all going to act like this ain't never happened before. Yes, it has. And if y'all not careful, they're going to do it to you again. This is not a joke. I'm going to say it again. This is not a joke. If you think it's a joke, then you're deluding yourself. That's all I got to say. To all of the sisters and all of the folks out there that's been asking me, listen, bro, when are we going to be able to talk a little bit more about the forming of the chapters? You need to be at the formation. When we're going to swear everybody in, you need to be at the formation. Well, how am I going to find out who I got to work with? You need to be at the formation. I guess the last thing I want to say, this is to all the women out there that are actually calling me up saying, listen, I am home, I'm a single mother, I have kids, I'm learning about guns, is there a place that I can go to learn and so forth to get my CCW? I think to anybody that can help me, you drop me your DM in the city that you are calling from or that you are reaching out to me from, and what I will do is I will point you in the right direction. We have folks in place right now, as y'all saw me training a group of young ladies on the video, that yes, we will get you up to speed and get you where you need to be. But in the meantime, in between time, I don't know. Hold on a second. Get an alert here. What's going on? Okay, now they want to retract the story. Don't retract the story because I pointed it out. I'm just here to tell y'all the truth. Now, I will be back again with another morning mental. I see that folks are enjoying the morning mental, where we, if you don't catch this, a lot of y'all like to sleep late, but the morning mental happens between 7:30 and maybe 9 a.m. in the morning, and it's something to help you get your day started. But I need y'all to remember one thing and one thing: this is not a joke. This is not a club. This is not a social club. This is not something we're doing just because we ain't got nothing better to do. No, 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 no. It's showtime. It's go time. And the craziest part of all is that some of y'all are missing a whole damn show. I'm the official Grandmaster Jay. I'd like to send a big shout out to all my hip hop buddies out there that I have been ignoring. Y'all been quiet, so I didn't think that we needed to do hip hop no more. So I've been busy trying to do this right here. Y'all ready to talk? I'll let you boy. In the meantime, false theologies, be on the lookout for them. Don't believe the media hype all the time. Yes, 3 people did die by being hung from trees, but they didn't happen in the time period that they happened. Go back and do your research before you let them amp you up. As for me and mine, we're going to get up out of here. And I hope I see y'all real soon. If not, I'll see you in Atlanta or I'll see you in Vegas. You got to come there to find out which one I'll be at. Either way, power to the people. Salam alaikum. Shalom.